Cheers, big ears. And so we're finished with my cleanse season, the spring cleanse. I did 11 days total. This right here is some ephedra tea. Now, ephedra has been taken off the market. However, people were abusing it. It's almost like herbal speed, if you will. However, just an herbal tea is going to be, it's not like concentrated dose. And so it's excellent for the lungs. It's desert medicine. And I mixed some of the black lotus shilajit with raw honey into this. And so it's an amazing elixir for energy, for the lungs. And herbal medicine is amazing for the body, right? I've been herbalism. And of course, hey, Benny is grateful. Good to see you. And of course, if you ever come over to Knowledge of Self University, I have many herbalists that are teaching there. And speaking of Knowledge of Self University, we had Lauren Johnson, Master Healing Tao instructor, one of Montauk Chia's right-hand man. And so he was teaching sexual on how to take care of your genitalia and keep the energy high. And he was talking about no hang-ups when it comes to sexual and how to cultivate your energy and ride the edge ultimately. And he was teaching breathing techniques. And so if you're a member over at Knowledge of Self University, go over there and watch that class. It was amazing. And so, we have many amazing instructors on there. It's only $1 to get started for your first week. So if you're interested in furthering your study, me and my coaches in holistic health, nutrition, movement, etc., breathwork, then go over there and check that out. Otherwise, I like to bring as much knowledge and guidance to all you guys here. And so I appreciate everybody tuning in. First time I've been back on YouTube in a while. Drop a comment in the box. Let me know where you're tuning in from. This is ephedra tea. And so again, ephedra was taken because people were abusing it. But this was just picked out into the bush. I mixed some shilajit honey in there from black lotus shilajit. I want a certified health nut sponsor. Very grateful for my sponsors, Nads Underwear, Aries Tech Technology, to help me manage and mitigate the EMFs, right? Very beautiful piece of jewelry here. So this also helps manage and mitigate. This is the Dr. Fred Bell nuclear receptor, or actually nuclear projector. Hey, Thomas, thanks so much. Thank you for everything you're doing for the collective. Cheers. We're all in the same boat. Hey, Christian from Germany, Baltimore, Camilla. Good to see you guys. We're going to do a little bit of breath work. I haven't been on YouTube that much. We've been looking to do more long form content. And we're working on that more and more. And, they keep changing the algorithms. And originally I was a, YouTuber. That's where I started out. I love doing long form content. That's why I do a lot of these lives. And so Belgrade, Serbia in the house. Awesome. Good to see the global connection. And so, yes, this is a projector. This is not a reflector, nuclear projector. I have another one. It is a nuclear receptor, but you kind of grow out of that with Dr. Fred Bell's daughter. I don't know where my projector is. Oh, here's some black lotus shilajit tablets. I love these. I don't know if you guys have had them before, but they come in little pressed tablets. And so if you don't like working with the resin, and shilajit is the breaker of weakness. It's the #1 Ayurvedic herb. It's been around for a long time. All right, guys, let's get into a little bit of morning routine. I've got my Swiss ball here. It's always good to hang out with your Swiss ball. So Swiss ball you can work with, if you're sitting at your desk, you can work with hip movement, rolling it front and back. around, clockwise, counterclockwise. Never underestimate the simplicity of this, because if we're not moving our joints in all the planes of existence, then we can get stuck. Once one thing gets stuck, it goes up the kinetic chain. The nose bone is connected to the knee bone. And so basically just having a Swiss ball is good for you, right? You could also do a figure 8. It's like a little meditation. You got the psycho chickens of cyberspace. This is one of the best stretches that I know. It's just leaning over the front, right? Opening up the front of the spine. Oh yeah, baby. Whoa. Whoa. Oh. You feel this. You feel this in the hip flexors. Right? Oh. You feel it at the hip flexors. It opens up the heart chakra. But right here in the front of the spine, opens up the psoas. And this should feel oh so good, right? This should feel oh so good. Think about it. We are positioned in the world where gravity is pulling us down. We're sitting, driving, texting, typing. So this opens up the front of the spine. I'm going to go to yoga a little bit later, and I'll get some of this in there. But it's good to have a Swiss ball in the house, and you can sit it, use it as a desk chair to engage your core. Having core function isn't really about having six-pack abs. Everybody has six-pack abs under the subcutaneous layer of skin and fat that they have. It's about making sure that it's engaged. You can also go to the side, open up the rib cage. This also works into the psoas. You can't do this wrong, right? Just climb up on your Swiss ball. You can do this in the gym. I have one at home, but they're not that expensive, and you can find them at thrift stores as well. Ideally, you want to get a Duraball, one that's thicker, that can't pop, and so especially if you're going to use weights on it, and so or stand on it. So get a Duraball. Otherwise, you can find a ball, usually, or somebody didn't use it, it's still in the box. And so I like this ephedra tea. Does anybody remember when this was on the market? Is Andy Elliott on the run? Great question. I heard he is. I heard that there was an investigation for FBI, FTC. They made everyone around them like vice president and everyone else responsible for all the scamming. And so ultimately, guys, I got to work with God bless everyone. We're all in the boat of awakening. Humanity's going through a huge transformation, and I pray for everyone, including myself and you guys out there. Very good tea with the Black Lotus Shilajit in it. I'm going to have some Super Amino 23. I like to live pretty fasted, and this staves off any kind of muscle wasting and blood sugar imbalances. Each tablet is like 10 grams of lean red meat, but there's no catabolic waste. It doesn't go through the liver or the kidneys. It's amino acids, perfect aminos. if you will. Uh, if you know that formula, it's the same formula, perfect aminos. Ours are called Super Amino 23. You can get it from my superfood store. So I like to live pretty fasted in the morning, maybe some teas, maybe a liquid sunshine. Very light. Then I like to work out. And so these things don't taste very well, but I'm used to them and I love them. And I love to get them into my bloodstream the fastest. They get into your muscles. Actually, they don't go through the bloodstream. They go in through the lymph. Get into your muscles in 23 minutes. That's why they call them. They're pre-digested in the proper sequence that builds muscle. And they're derived from soy-based legumes. All are so legit. Because you want to look at source ingredients for everything that you're doing. And this is the ephedra tea. One of my hippie friends, or somebody gave it to me. Maybe, yeah, one of my hippie friends, I think. He came over the house and he's like, here, this is a present for you. It's like, awesome. And so it was ephedra. It's good for the lungs. All right, before we get into a little breath work. So thanks everyone for tuning in to YouTube. I've been on YouTube 18 years now. And I've had varying degrees of engagement. My whole channel was taken down January 1st. It took us a month and a half to get it back up. Big shout out to Dylan Vanis, one of my marketing guys. And I mean, people were to extort $14,000 out of me. Well, they were trying to help me, right? But one was going to go to a broker and the other go to a YouTube executive or manager. That's crime, right? And so, could you say a couple words about dental health, please? I think it's very important that you pay attention to your dental health. You can do coconut pulling, stay away from sugar. Find a holistic biological dentist is what I advocate. And your teeth are important, so take care of them. I've been lucky enough to have Dr. Raymond Silkman helped me out for about 25 years out of Los Angeles. God bless him. His house burned down in the Palisades fire. I haven't checked in a couple months, but he's really helped me. I've spent a lot of money on my grill. Dr. Ingo Mann is here in Scottsdale. He takes care of me out here. He helped me meal block, which really widened my maxilla so I could breathe better at night. And I really appreciate, his paying attention to the detail of all aspects of holistic health, not just dentistry. And so take care of your teeth, oil pulling, brush your teeth, clean your mouth, don't eat a bunch of sugar and other things that teeth. You can try chewing mastic gum. That's supposed to be good for your jaw as well. And so what are your plans for the future, if you don't mind to share? What are your predictions and insights? Well, thanks for that question, Zeus. My plans for the future are to stay in the present moment as best I can. So, to love and take care of my children. It is a very interesting situation, and I do believe this is the great time of awakening. I truly see it. And my objective is to stay in the present moment, stay as healthy as I can, keep my own cognition. My dad out in Wales, he had a stroke recently, and this past week. And, death is a part of life. I get that. But we're also in a precarious place, and my mission is to raise human consciousness and change all systems. My vision is clean air, water, soil, and equitable systems for all mankind in my lifetime. So there's plenty of work to be done. I do like the commercial movement of the Make America Healthy Again movement. I do like that my platform has been exponentiated commercially. More people are aware of chronic disease and the poison in the food and the air and the water. RFK has talked about the chemtrails, which you guys as a conspiracy theory theorist for talking about that forever, and now it's become a common topic. And so um, so I just think this is a great time of awakening, and I've seen the vision that humanity makes it from the precipice of ecological disaster. Because it's not just the politics and the economy, and we are the first world in America. We have, the first world. Um, we have plenty of resources. We have enough freedom. It's up to us. We have the last vestiges of freedom on the planet. If you just look at Mao Zedong, Stalin, the Bolsheviks, genocide, Armenian genocide, there has been genocide, you know, human avarice for a long time. So the thing you want to ask yourself is, are you virtuous life? Are you living an honest life? Are you being authentic yourself? Are you loving the people that are around you? Have you forgiven those that have harmed you? Have you, for your own, really, have you asked for forgiveness for the wrongs you have done to others? Living an austere, virtuous life, I think is very important. Hey, Deborah, good to see you. Law is in the hospital right now in critical condition, and he's in Mexico. While on cruise, he became very ill. I feel so sad for my sister. She's alone in a different country. Well, my heart goes out to you. Let's say a prayer, everyone. Gonzo. Yeah, my whole thing is stay away from the state and the state-run medical doctors and hospitals as much as possible. Nice haircut, Martyr Barker from Argentina. Hey, Kevin, what's up, buddy? Thanks, man. Yeah, I stay away from the state commercialism, state-run school for the most part. My son wants to attend, his senior year, wants to go to a big high school and have that experience. I think it's going to be pretty short-lived because I keep my children on their toes. I challenge them all the time outside, on their bikes, moving. My son's working right now. He likes that. He played hockey. I keep him off the phones as much as possible. So it's a awakening. That's all I can say. Somebody said, are you in Paul Chek's spirit? No, Adam. I have my own legacy method program. I have a lot of students that are working with me. I have my Knowledge of Self University. So I have my hand with my own projects. And so, yeah. Could you say, let's see, other question. So, good morning. Hey, Brian in the house. Good to see you. How did you overcome pornography? Did breathwork help? Breathwork has definitely helped. And I wouldn't say that I'm completely over pornography. There was a time when I got back with my ex-wife, and I just realized that celibacy was important because having sex with women, things are pretty messed up coming out of the hookup culture era and the pornography era, and I don't consume it as a heavy addiction, but I definitely use it. And I have no other outlet right now because I've been celibate for on and off for 7 years, but I've been celibate solid for, I think, 3.5 years now. I'm married to my children, I'm married to my business, and there's no free lunch. You have sex with a woman, you get the sum total of their all the emotional bodies of their lovers. You also, if you have children with people that have been promiscuous, you have the DNA of all the people that she's had sex with go into your child. A lot of research on this, a lot of research on pair bonding. So, and then I have to, heal myself in my own sexual escapades. And I've said this before, I've had many abortions throughout my 20s and 30s with women. They've had abortions in the relationship, and I know that all those women have been scarred, and everybody's all up in arms about, like, hey, let's free my choice, let's have sex with anybody we want, and then we want free abortion, and we want the birth control pill, but we don't want any cancers or responsibility or oh, and then if we have a baby mama situation, and then oh, you know what, I don't like this person, well, let's call him a rapist and call CPS, and then the child gets like in big problems, and then gets abused by the state and maybe put in a foster care system, like Barbaro, he's got such a tender heart. He's such a good dude. He got put in the foster care system. And again, I don't want to say his specific situation. I don't think it was. I don't think it was all these sexual escapade stuff that we're talking about. But you've got unwanted pregnancies. You've got just bad relationships, and that goes into child abuse. And let's be responsible. Our sexual energy is the most powerful energy a human being possesses. So let's be responsible with the power that we've been given. With great power comes responsibility. And nobody taught me this as a child. So I think it's fair game to talk about this now on social media, especially if I can offer the olive branch to anyone else. I talk to my children about this all the time. This is so enticing, right? It feels so good. And we want to make more love. We want to make, more sex, but we want to do it in a healthy way that's not destroying families. It's not destroying, making more problems in the world. In the Amazon, I used to see the children walk the streets alone. It's warm down there, so they can live on the streets. And so, but living on the streets is tough, man. I know. It's the way I grew up. It's tough not having a home. So, yeah, I hope that answered your question, because but breathwork helps with sexuality, and breathwork is at the cornerstone of sacred sexuality, tantra, sexual kung fu, etc. And so, all right, before I answer any more questions, we should probably breathwork. How do you align your intuition with your career choices, relationships, etc.? I'm personally in a position where I'm just working random gigs to get by, but always looking for something more. Well, Adam, you can start looking at my legacy method program, because that would be perfect for you. I'm training an army of wellness warriors, certified health nut coaches, to go out there and help me change the world. I have my High Vibe Hustlers, where we teach personal branding and authentic marketing, teaching virtuous business, sacred commerce, as opposed to what you see, the lying, cheating, scamming fraudsters. But if you get my book, and I'm happy to send this to anyone that cannot afford it, right? This is available on Amazon, the paperback. The hardcover is available domestically. It's autographed. It's a little bit higher premium, and we send this domestically in the United States. This is the collector's edition. But in the first chapter, and I will send you a digital copy if you cannot afford it, and it's on Audible as well on Amazon. First chapter of Legacy, it has 3 powerful exercises. Do those exercises. Write your eulogy, right? That's one of the main exercises. Write your eulogy. What do you love to do? What makes your heart sing? And write it down. And read it aloud as if your best friend was reading it. My friend Adam, he came. He was a badass motherfucker. He liked to do this, this, this. And he created a family, because most people want a family, because this prime directive is procreation, right? So having sex, having children from that sex, creating a family, love, incarnate, joy. This is all, natural basis of it. So we help you figure out, creating your family, then creating a business from your heart's desire, what you love to do. In the meantime, don't quit your day. Find something that you can sink your teeth into. And again, I am training an army of wellness warriors. Not only can you affiliate my products, and we also have massive amount that I've created for decades. And so you can read my content with my affiliate links, and we pay up to, on some of our programs, we pay up to 75%. And if you're good at it, higher than that. So you can do affiliates, you can affiliate and become a brand partner with the Purium Superfoods. You can become a certified health nut. So you can work with me, and my job and my commitment to create enough leads, because people, 75% of the American people are obese or overweight. Suicide is number 2 choice amongst children 14 to 21. So people need help right now. They need that olive branch. So through my training, through my nutrition, we're here to get the world healthy. So if you want to work with me, consider that. If you want to get a better taste of who and what I am, come to Mexico. We have a retreat 21st through the 25th. You can meet me in person. That is Bioculture Retreats, biocultureretreats.com. Send me a DM. Somebody from my team contact you if you think the legacy method is right for you. My sales team is amazing. Sienna, she's in her 30s. She's a woman. She's very smart. She's not pushy. She doesn't use any kind of manipulative tactics. What we have something that's of value to you guys, or we don't. That's why I made Knowledge of Self University. I made that for $1. Go check it out for $1. I think we have at least 78, almost 80 modules now. With the Fu from Lauren Johnson that was there on Friday, we might have 80 modules now. And that's just in the free stuff. We also have my Breathwork course. There's 2 what we have, and everything's on Circle, so it's very easy to use. We have almost 1,000 students there right now, so people are communicating. You have like-minded individuals. You have my graduate coaches are on there, so people are really ready to help. And you want to surround yourself with a mastermind. You want to surround yourself with like-minded individuals. You see what's happening in the world. People are divided, they're confused, they're sick, they're nearly dead. And so you want to get around people that are vibrant, that have something going on. And so consider that. It's always open. And so I appreciate you sharing that, man. Love and chi to you. We'll be visiting for that program. Hey, Adam, thanks so much, man. You'll know if and look, in the meantime, please consume, I've got tons of old YouTube videos and playlists that are very effective. My natural exercise, corrective exercise, and Qigong playlist has great things to tune up the body, the Swiss ball and all that stuff. Hey man, we can't get to unslaved outside of Unslavia. No one's all free. Okay. Do you think you can learn and go deep with meditation as you can with sacred medicine? Everything's a tool. Keep working. I know too many women that have interacted with you. Sleazy sacred commerce. Guess you the one. Okay. Let's see. How do you align who these people are talking to? People have conversations in the but if you're throwing shade on me, it's okay. I get plenty of shade. I'm good. And so there's Shane right there. Shane working, right? And it's been great having Shane. And the great thing with people that work with me, they also grow, and then they realize, well, I kind of want to stay around here. This is a good crew. What gifts do I have? And Shane has written his own way with Certified Health Nut, and not everybody goes through legacy or this avenue or that avenue, but everybody loves the superfoods. They love the content. Actually, a lot of the people that help me out with talking to all you guys, they come on all the coaching calls. And so my necklace is a nuclear projects all the cosmic energy from the universe, brings it into my heart center, and then through my favorite purple stones. See, it collects it. It's like a satellite dish. And it has 144 phi ratio Fibonacci sequence pyramids on it. And then it projects that energy out into the world. I used to have a nuclear receptor. Then I graduated to this. Oh, here's one of the Certified Health Nut certificates. This is Adam Bill. Certified, baby. Certified. Who doesn't want to be a certified health? Right? And what we're teaching, guys, is basic, right? Nutrition, hydration, sleep, relationships, movement, thinking, like how does your mind work, right? Sacred language. I've got an amazing student of mine, and he's a master coach himself, David Daigle. He does consciousness, and miracles happen with this brother. He does a lot of free coaching on the Knowledge of Self platform. He does stuff on TikTok, and then he also has retreats and classes. So both are important, and I want to find a tribe who can understand that we need to listen to all points of view. Yes, all points of view to a certain extent. If you denying biology and you start going off on the deep end victim consciousness, I don't have to put up with any of that. We have to be very wary of, like, be accepting. Well, the reason why the propaganda is telling us to be accepting right now is because they want you to be like chattel. They want you to put up with the dysfunction. They want you to accept it, and you don't have to accept it. They're programming you to accept it. I hear this word, everybody just needs to be kind. Well, if they're poisoning the commons, you need to use your anger to stop that. If somebody's raping a child or abusing someone else, no, you use your emotions, your God-given emotions, to put the shebang to that. Boom! No! Right? No! Right? With a sternness. It's time to be kind. Everybody just needs to be kind. Right? They're sticking a hot poker up your ass, right? Everybody just needs to be kind. No, 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 no. There's times to rise up, too. Yes. Right? Anger is a gift. It's a sacred gift. What's your take on the extraterrestrials and UFOs? Read Zechariah 6 and what Jerusalem and all those landing strips and Marian tablets are, and what happened during that time. And yeah, I mean, first of all, I don't know. Did the Anunnaki mix DNA with human beings to enslave them, to do what we're doing now, to mine the earth and make a bunch of money for the bankers, to siphon off the energy of human beings and contaminate the earth, and then blow up the earth so that the earth, that creates a vacuum in the universe, and this is the dark forces. Wasn't there, like, Darth Vader? Wasn't there some kind of, like, the Dark Star? Like, if we annihilate planet Earth and it explodes or implodes or evaporates, or nuclear Armageddon, create a vacuum in the whole entire universe. And this is a sacred ground, right? So there's angels and angelic beings. This is, the battle of good and evil, plain and simple. And so, so UFOs, man, look, I'm just sitting here trying to breathe, right? In through the nose and out through the nose, right? Present moment. I don't have too much time, like Zechariah Sitchin, to spend on the Anunnaki history of, every single thing, and what the Nazis were looking for and who was paying the Nazis, and why did they buy that land in the desert and stick the people over there, and there's a little bit of there's something else happening. Anything's possible. And I also know that the human being is the most technological advanced piece of equipment in the whole entire universe. That comes from the great Maori, Papa Joe. And Papa Joe was a good friend of mine. And he was amazing at healing people. And they know their bloodline, back to the star systems of the Pleiades. So, look, I'm just here in the present moment. How can we help and heal each other? Yes, I'm on YouTube, Gonzo. And so you take Shilajit and pearl powder or dragon's blood. Well, I've been working with dragon's blood for years in the Amazon. I've taken it over the years. I take Shilajit from Black Lotus Shilajit. I like it, and I just made this tea, this ephedra tea, Black Lotus honey. They have a raw honey with shilajit in it. I hope you guys are enjoying the. We need more dangerous and capable and fully holistic men. Yes, God Heart Guardian. One thing I always wanted to get more energy kind of engineering, but no schools are teaching that. I wish Nikola Tesla had a school for that kind of engineering that supports nature. I agree, and I'm working on that. And I'm working with Patrick Durkin in his cosmic, and so and I'm working with other people working on free energy. I mean, Fred Bell, who invented this, he was murdered after he went on Jesse Ventura's True TV conspiracy show. Troy, I'm on the live. Being kind is going unnecessary ass whooping sometimes. Nice kind. Yeah, totally. Kindness often can come in the form of a swift kick in the pants, right? Jesus upturned all the Pharisees, money collecting tables in the church, right? Money, righteous indignation. Yes, Jay Marley in the house. Any thoughts on Rudolf Steiner schools, Troy? Yes, I sent my children to Rudolf Steiner schools, and we got incredible results. My children are brilliant, intelligent, problem-solving, thinking, and they have skills. They can draw. They do the most beautiful drawings, so delicate. You get my daughter had a nice one. Then we're gonna do some breath work, guys. So this is. This isn't anything special. I mean, it's very special to me, but look at that shading and just the technique and how she does it. And so this, I believe, this is the essence. It's an art school, the Waldorf Steiner schools. So, yeah, Rudolf Steiner did Waldorf. And my children went there and they got good results. Absolutely. Okay. How old are your kiddos? I got 17 and 14 now. Let's see. Okay. Someone asks over here on Instagram, could you please elaborate on juices that you drink during that cleansing? Those, any fresh squeezed juice that's organic. Luckily, we have an organic juice bar in my neighborhood here in Scottsdale, and so I go there. But this is what I use in general. Troy, are you there? This is the liquid sunshine that I use all the time. This is wheatgrass, spirulina, activate, all sprouted grasses and juiced, and then we dehydrate them on the farms. And so super high quality enzymatic living nutrition, and the dominant green drink. And when I'm on the cleanse, I do that 3 times a day. Sometimes I only do it twice, and then I'll get a fresh squeezed juice at the organic juice bar. I used to juice for 20 years, and it takes up to 4 minutes to wash the vegetables, juice them, drink it, and then clean the machine. And so after the children started getting a certain age, I stopped going to the farmers markets as much. So this became very convenient. This, all you have to do is 2 scoops in water, you're out the door, and it's all organic. My daughter's gonna make one for me pretty soon, and so I'll show it to you. It's just very easy, and you get that type of dense nutrients right into the body. I take that and the Super Amino 20. The 5 of these and 2 scoops of that in a quart of water is a meal replacement. And that's what I do on that's the base of my cleanse. I just 11 days on that. And so I hope that explains you. Did you have to get out of Sedona? Is it still being destroyed? Water issue, tourists trashing the place. It definitely bugged me that it was so beautiful. There was so much corruption up there from the local government. And this is just human avarice, right? Greed, laziness, sloth. This is the deadly sins, right? And I think that power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. So, yeah, I don't know. It was kind of gross. And I guess it happens everywhere. So I've had to accept what I thought is potentially possible, and then the reality of it. And you're seeing this even with the federal government. You're seeing corruption everywhere. And if you want to see deeper corruption among government, and this happens in the United States as well, we're not much different. Human corruption is typical, but watch Narcos. Just watch Narcos. I mean, that type of drugs, that's money. So people were making cuts off of that. And police were definitely involved, and the major politicians in Mexico and Colombia. And then the CIA gets involved because they want them around or they want a favor over here. We were running poppy for the heroin trade in the Golden Triangle during the Vietnam War, so we could use the Viet Cong's landing strips for their fields for the Air America, the CIA planes for the Vietnam War. I mean, I discovered that in college. I went to go do a paper on, I'm like, all right, Mr. Troy Casey's so smart. I'm like, let me pick something that's exciting. I'm gonna do a paper on drugs and the mafia. Well, that quickly became drugs and the American government. And so, which, I mean, is a mob, right? Or that's intertwined with the banksters, which is intertwined with the World Economic Davos and all these policies that are being baked on. You want to talk about policy that were baked in to Sedona. And again, the mayors, they take them out to these lunches or these special conferences and they say how special they are. Like, well, here, bake this policy in here. It'll be good for global warming. Just do this. Here's a policy. And in 2014, they baked in a policy from this faction called ICLEI. It was a globalist faction. And when I asked the vice mayor, he was either oblivious or lying through his teeth, but he allowed it through when he worked in the city council. And this was baked into policy in the city of Sedona. So, deep corruption and how do we get around this? Well, you guys raise your frequency and vibration. Wake up. Take that red pill every single day. Keep waking up. Keep looking in the mirror. You are a child. You are a creation. You're an eminent an nation of the spirit and nature of God, the ineffable, right? And so, who do you choose to be? I talked about virtue earlier, and I like what Lauren, my sexual kung fu teacher, told me the other day. He had 2 near-death experiences, and he says the only currency is virtue, right? Are you out there helping and serving other people? So, being of service, doing the right thing. What would Jesus do, right? And so, because that's what's going to make the world a better place. Going to the Diddy party, I don't think that's probably going to be an optimal choice moving forward. And don't get me wrong, I did plenty of partying in my day and age, and I just think that, again, we are going through a grand time of awakening. And I believe that the human species is evolving. I watched a recent Luc Besson movie that was very good, and he's an interesting director. And I don't agree with 90% of the stuff that comes out of Hollywood because a lot of it has gratuitous violence. It's all predictive programming. They put the truth out there in the movie so that then they can say, well, we warned you. And so the movie Lucy was about the advancement of the cerebral cortex. And the human being, I think, it uses 10% of it. And dolphins use 20% of it. And they have something that's more powerful than radar and sonar. And so, I do believe that we can raise our human consciousness. Papa Joe said that the human being is the most technological advanced piece of equipment in the whole entire universe. Einstein said we're only using 5% of our brain. And Einstein also said you can't solve a problem at the same level of mind created it. So our problems are created basically around fake money and oil. And oil is just an antiquated system. We can use free energy. Abundant, wireless, harmless energy. Tesla already invented it. The physicists were working on cold fusion in the 80s. So dream the impossible dream. All right. We got a little sidetracked. I like this mantra that my food teacher told me the other day. He said, I am fearless, I am shameless, I am doubtless. Right? Did everyone see the full moon last night? Beautiful. It was amazing. Zeolite helps with detox of metals and other things. Yes, we have fulvic zeolites, the highest quality zeolites on the market is on my superfood store. Highly recommend it. I've been a bad cyber chicken. Yeah, what's going on, Ken? Okay. And what binder is good to remove the metals after they die off? How many rounds of life cycles are necessary to get the eggs? You can never really kill the parasites. So you got to dance with them. A couple cycles of the herbs. Yeah, what's sexual kung fu? Well, if you join Knowledge of Self University, it's $1 for the first week. You can check it out. Lauren was teaching how to cultivate your sexual energy and keep your gonads and your ovaries healthy with breath work and inner meditations and exercises to keep your procreative powers powerful. Let's do a few rounds of breath work, otherwise we might not get it. What's the best detox cycle to eliminate parasites? Thank you. Do my ultimate lifestyle transformation. It comes with the parasite herbs in it. And that you do it every changing of the seasons. And live on it as a daily lifestyle, and then you do the parasite herbs. You can do them up to 4 times a year. And so you can never kill them. If you try and kill and just go after it, they will burrow deeper and they'll come back with a vengeance. So you have to dance. You have to dance. Eat an antifungal, super clean, organic, regenerative farming diet. Practice cleanse and detox because the environment is so trashed. And before the environment was trashed, we used to use herbs to assist bile secretion through the liver, kidney function, juniper berries, uva RC, fasting. These things were baked into our society, and now we're just shoveling crap into our mouth 24/7, right? Because we can, and we have snacks and all this other stuff. And dedicated supermarkets, we used to hunt and gather, man. We'd have to work for our stuff. And so now we're just domesticated. And so getting, more holistic habits baked into your lifestyle. And the cleansing is only, but I live a cleanse and detox lifestyle. And you can get all the tools you need from my organic superfood store. I really want another kid. This moon is crazy. I literally ovulated yesterday. Awesome. I want a new kid too. Okay. Any tips on decalcifying the pineal gland? And do you practice like Qigong or Tai Chi contribute to that? Sure, yes, it can, for sure. And actually, if you watch that sexual food class, pumping the perineum and doing the breath work will help to stimulate those fluids to go through. I also like the pineal clear from my superfood store. Purium came out with a great product. I don't know if I have it. I have it in the other room. Pineal clear has shilajit in it, haritaki fruit. So it's called pineal clear, and you can find it on superfood store. And if you you can always write support at certifiedhealthnut.com, or go to my Instagram and send me a DM. All right, let's start Will's prayer, and then we'll do some breath work. Eating cat poop is a powerful ancient practice that you should try. It's amazing. Well, what's so amazing about it? Sounds like a joke to me. Troy, try some San Pedro cactus tea if you haven't already. I have tried it. I got into it through Dr. Sebi. It's maybe illegal where you are. Yeah, you can get it in Mexico. I know people that grow it as well. You can grow it. The cactus grows everywhere here. Don't you find it funny RFK's first press photo with Trump after the campaign was a photo shoot, mild form of humiliation ritual? Listen, I don't claim to know anything that's going on. It's so... everything's a psyop. Everything's a psyop. Everything's a propaganda. All I can do is stay in the present. Stay in the present moment. All right. And say some prayers. God, we are your children, your humble children. We give you our love, and we thank you for your constant love and blessings. For all races, all nations, and all humanity, back through all time, throughout all our lives, for all our hurts and wrongs we have done to the earth, to each other, to ourselves, to the earth, and to the life of through thought, word, or deed, knowing or not knowing, we apologize for all our hurts and wrongs, and we ask to be forgiven. Help us, God, please, to forgive all those who have hurt us. Forgive ourselves for the times we have hurt ourselves, forgiven by all those we have hurt. Please, God, thank you, God, thank you, God, thank you. And we do forgive and release each other, ourselves, and all life completely and totally with God's help. Thank you. Help us, please, to have reverence and respect for all life. That's really where we're at, instead of global warming and climate change, which is a complete hoax to control the people. It's part of the totalitarian tiptoe. It's reverence for the earth, for all life, and to realize our responsibility to each other, to ourselves, to the earth, and to all life in the creation of peace and harmony for all life, our lives, right? This is the responsibility. This is what I like. This is my creed. This is my primary tenets. I have a responsibility. I've been gifted with creativity. I've been given so many gifts and power, and with great power comes great responsibility. God, help us all, please, to have reverence and respect for all life, and to realize our responsibilities to each other, to ourselves, to the earth, and to all life in the creation of peace and harmony, all life during our lives. I postulate that peace and harmony is completely attainable with all other human beings. And remember, the people that extract the tungsten and cobalt out of the earth in Africa, it's 5 years old, etc., that is where you get the tungsten and the cobalt for your electric vehicles and these telephones. And so no one's free until we're all free. And a lot of our oil comes from war-torn countries as well. Sudan, Somalia, Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria, these are pipelines. And so it's up to us, all of us, to change the world. Help us, God, please. And awareness is the first step. So awareness is the first step, right? And then you speak it into existence. But if you're completely unaware, then anything will do. And that's what we have. 70% of the American people are fat, sick, and nearly dead. Help us, God, please, to attune our awareness, our intelligence, and our actions to the inner voice of goodness, love, and truth. You, Most High Lord in heaven, now and forever. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you. Okay, that was a good prayer. Okay. And so, all right, let's do some breaths. We'll do breath of fire. This is what I like to do because it gets me out of my head and into my body. And so, turn the head from side to side, open up the Eustachian tubes. Exhale all the way, hold, and then inhale all the way and hold. Here we go. Breath. Pumping the belly button into the heart. Exhale all the way. Hold. Inhale, hold. You can pump perineum there. It's excellent. Perineum is the number one reflexology point in the body. It's the top meridian in the body. Do we do this daily? You can do breath work. The benefits of this are to feed the mitochondria more oxygen for the cells. Really, it's to improve cellular function, metabolic function. And so, in through the out through the mouth, cleansing breath. Exhale all the way. Hold. Inhale, hold. Squeeze. So the cleansing breath will help and aid with detoxification, get all the dank energy out of the esophagus and the throat. This is also going to put you in a parasympathetic state. You can hear the octaves in my voice have dropped. Parasympathetic state is rest and relax, rest and digest, feed and breed. It's going to put oxygen and oxygenate the whole body and the mind. It's going to help with anxiety and depression. You can do a little facial yoga with it as well. Open up the face and neck. I like to do 3 rounds of 30. Somebody asked me. Yeah. So Uskanaki, it's very powerful, especially when you squeeze the perineum. You get all the fluids up to the pineal gland. And it can put you in a meditative state as well. And so very, 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 very effective. One more round, guys. One more round. And so somebody's going weirdo in the comments. Okay, here we go. Round number 3. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Another cleansing breath. Okay. Okay, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Exhale all the way. Hold. Inhale, hold, squeeze. All right. Guys. Woo. That's a good one. I appreciate everybody tuning in. If you need any help with your spring cleansing, my team and I are always here to help you. If you have any questions specifically, I've got a breathwork course online and a bunch of Self University. I think you can check that out for $1 for the first week. So you can always check out like what we have to offer in the community. And so let me know if you guys got some good power from that. How are you not passing out with all that huffing and puffing? I'd be a goner by now. Well, did you do it with us, Maria? It helps clear the head. You don't have to do it at my level. You can just do it at whatever level suits you. Yeah, it's a natural high. Exactly there, Donna. And so, I guess you live by an airport. What are you drinking? What I was drinking, I covered it earlier. It's Shilajit with honey and also ephedra. Somebody gave me some ephedra from the desert. What are the benefits of breath work? To increase mitochondrial function, to oxygenate the blood in the body and the mind, to clear the mind and obliterate anxiety and depression. I really had to get down with it when going through my divorce. And so I do 3 rounds of 30 every single day, and it really helped me. And so I've been doing it that was 2017. So I've been doing breath work for about 8 years. It really, really helped me. And then I got into it even more, and just studied it. Not really studying it by doing it. Well, I appreciate everybody tuning in. Let's see more questions. Somebody said that Val Kilmer died. He was young. Rounds of 30 breaths. Yes, that's correct. And then with exhale retention and inhale retention. Somebody says, what's up with my right eye? I don't know. What's up my right eye? Kundalini awakening also through breath work. Breath is life. There you go. What do you do about liver flush? I do my ultimate lifestyle transformation a couple of times a year, and then I add other liver herbs to it. And so, Troy, can you bring me on to say a few words about the programs? Let's see. Yeah, let's bring Shane on. I think I added you, Shane. Let's see if some other people wanted to come on. Susan Aaron Lover. Wonder what you guys want to talk about. Here he is. Hey, there's Shane. Hey, good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. I just want to say, great live. That breath work was super powerful. That was an awesome reset for everyone here. I just want to share with everybody. I work with Troy, and I work with on the team. We had a really powerful call yesterday that Troy facilitates. And so just for anybody that's interested in working in Troy's community or getting more involved, or maybe you need guidance, looking for a new path, it's as simple as sending him a message on Instagram, and then a member of the team will be in contact with you. And we're not going to hard sell you or pitch you anything that's not for you. You know, we're not going to take anything and not provide a high value service for you. So I wanted to put a face to the name since I was in the comments today, and just encourage you all to get more involved. The community that Troy has built is phenomenal, to say the least. So thanks for bringing me on, Troy.
I appreciate it, Shane. It's always good to see your smiling face. Somebody was asking about our yellow glasses. These are Raw Optics, guys, and it's this company right here, Raw Optics, Ra the sun god, and they're blue blockers. They help with the frequencies that are coming out of if you're on them a lot. I like to wear them for that. These ones are also readers, so they help me also read. But you guys should wait until I come out with, I mean, you don't have to wait because Raw Optics puts out some great stuff, but called the Troy. It says it right on there, the Troy. You guys should wait for this because we're coming out with my own style. And so I've got a couple of designs working on with Raw Optics. The red are for night and the yellow are for the daytime. And they help to manage and mitigate the frequency of artificial synthetic lights, especially coming out of the devices and the fluorescent light. I wear them in the gym and they help my sleep. And so it activates the, it's just poison frequency. They got the information from the mob during the beginning of Las Vegas. The flickering light would hypnotize people on the slot machines, and they'd be able to pry the money out easier. And they took that technology, the CIA took that technology to Stanford, they studied it, and they implemented it, these frequencies through Google and Apple and the other platforms. And this is what's flickering on. If you I have a new car and I have cameras on my car. So my rear view mirror camera, and you can see all the newer cars, their fluorescent lights are flickering too. So when you slow it down, I think somebody did this viral video with the iPhone. When you slow it down, when you film the phone, you can see all the flickering. So there's a lot of flickering, and it affects and it hypnotizes you. And so,
yeah, and just to share, Troy, there's people in the comment. Can you get your prescription with these glasses? Yes, you can. You can get your prescription made for these glasses. I work in front of the computer a lot, so between using the Swiss ball and using the raw optics, it's a game changer eyes. And so I just want to share with everybody, there's so much resources available through Troy's community. It doesn't matter where you're at financially or with your health. We have a program, or we have a resource for everybody. And if there's something that we personally not help you with, then I'm sure there's somebody in our community that can. So, and Adam's in the comments as well. And Adam is a phenomenal testimony of Troy's work. So what's up, Adam?
Somebody says, how do you join your tribe? Just go to certifiedhealthnut.com. It's $1 to get on Knowledge of Self University, Kozu, to try it out for a week. So on YouTube says, any 60-day juice cleanses. Yes, the Ultimate Style Transformation is 60 servings of fruits, vegetables, and protein. We have a 90-day program. My average client loses 25 pounds in the first 30 days. What was your experience with the superfoods and the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation, Shane?
Yeah, so I saw earlier in the comments people asking about protein and collagen. I actually got the protein right here. I'm just about done with the bag. And to share real quick, we do, cleanses from 10 days, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, whatever it is that you require. And by yourself, if that's what works best for you, or you can work with Troy and the team if you need guidance and guidance going through your program. And so to share with everybody here, I get excited because I was just like all of you. I was in the lives asking Troy questions, and I think my soul and my spirit was supposed to align with Troy and his community. And I started off on the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation because I was young. I'm 28 right now. I connected with Troy and them about 3 or 4 years ago. And he suggested that I got on the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation, having autoimmune symptoms, which actually came to be a parasitic infection that was making me respond in that way. So I don't say I have this disease or anything. I just needed to do some healing. And so my testimony with the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation is months, and I've never stopped using the products since because they've been so game-changing in my life. And I just want to say thank you, Troy, for being a pivotal teacher in my life. And it's been amazing to say.
Well, you've been a blessing in my life and for the team, Shane, so I really appreciate that. Look, guys, if you need any help whatsoever, me and my team are happy to assist and offer the olive branch to anyone. And so we're here to help. We're here to get the world healthy, plain and simple. We guarantee everything. And so I appreciate everyone. God bless, and we'll see you soon. Thanks, Shane.
Bye, everybody.